last night, Jake went to an Aether Revolt draft. He's going to give you his first impressions and kind of tell you what to look for in the format.
I got to play standard in the middle. It was amazing.
Really?
Yeah, it was really good.
What do you mean?
I just
Your deck was that good?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Nice.
It was a good deck. Yeah, it was just it was really dirty.
So, how did your experience go with the draft?
It was really it was good. Well, first of all, just to note, you do get one pack of Kaladesh, and you open your Kaladesh pack last.
Interesting.
So yeah, you open the 2 Aether Revolt, and then Kaladesh comes in to kind of like supplement and like complete some of the decks.
Right. So you're going to build your strategy around your Aether Revolt packs, and then Kaladesh is going to be just completely separate.
Yeah, you're gonna hope you find like some removal there, or maybe something else that's on theme.
Yeah.
My deck ended up being red-white vehicles.
Nice.
It had everything was on theme. My first pack was a Heart of Kirin and a Hope of Girapur. Hope of Girapur, foil Hope.
Let us know if we're pronouncing that wrong.
And it's a card that I actually really wanted foil, but I just, of course I have to take the Heart of Kirin.
So you got that choice and you have to pass it.
Yeah, and then I'm like, enjoy it, guy. Have fun with that.
Yeah.
And he's just like,
what
he
the
goes,
hell?
I don't know if I take it. And I'm like, no, you take it. Yeah. And then I think my pack 2, the card that I ended up picking was the Deadeye Harpooner, who is...
yeah.
Yeah, so it enters the battlefield and it has Revolt, and if a permanent left,
Right.
it destroys target tap creature and opponent controls. So I was like, okay, this is a cool utility.
Yeah, good and limited. I like it limited.
I ended up picking that, and so I was like, all right, I'm pretty sure I'm going to go white.
Right.
And then from there, I saw a Shock in a pack. I think I picked up Shock just like to have, like the red, and I was like, okay. And then I start seeing, I saw Peace Walker Colossus. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, I'll grab Peace Walker Colossus. I have Heart of Kirin.
Right.
And so it was, I'm like, all right, I'm white-red. And I just start seeing all these cards that are, like really on theme.
Right.
I see the Renegade Wheelsmith. I'm like, okay, I'm going to grab him. Yeah. Because it's like, okay, this is turning into a red-white vehicle.
I love that moment when you're in a draft and you're just being handed cards that are on theme and you're like, holy crap, I can just keep doing this.
Yeah, yeah.
Why is it... Oh, I'm not going to ask. Not going to tempt the fates.
And when we get to pack 2, a guy passes me Angel of Invention, which is the mythic guy.
Yeah.
The flying Vigi lifelink with Fabricate 2. And
utility...
You
don't have to run it as her. You can go wide. You can just go big on her.
Yeah.
Love her.
Yeah,
Love
great. And so I'm just like, all right, I've got this. And then I'm starting to get I get Caught in the Brights passed to me, and I'm like, okay, this is great removal.
Vehicles. Yeah.
I get Thopter Arrest passed to me, and so
another fantastic removal.
Yeah, and then it was like final pack, and then Consulate Dreadnought was going around, and so I was like, I have Peace Walker Colossus. I'm gonna grab Consulate Dreadnought. Yeah. I might get to live the dream here today.
Yeah, be awesome.
And so the deck came through. Last pack, I got Court, the Aeronaut, who's like the white Vampire Nighthawk. I got him in the Kaladesh pack, and then also in the Kaladesh pack was like Veteran Motorist going around. And so the deck really
to turn the vehicles over.
Yeah, it was just like the ultimate vehicle deck, which was really cool.
That's awesome.
And then I did have a great round 1. It was a blowout.
Yeah.
Game 1 was close, but I was able to get around his final moment.
What kind of decks were you seeing against you? It seems like nobody was drafting red-white vehicles at all.
Well, no, there were two pods.
Okay.
So in my pod, yeah, definitely not.
No.
Because
So what other decks were you seeing?
I even had Start Your Engines, which was the vehicle card.
Yeah.
But the other deck.
That's your vehicle overrun, basically.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. But, no, I really didn't get a good look at any of the other decks because, well, I only stayed for 1 round, but we'll get into that. 2 rounds.
It's a very Jake move.
Yeah, no, I played against a black-red deck to start, and it was just a little bit slower than mine. It was an aggro deck. And in game 2, it was actually great. I got to live the dream. I got Consulate Dreadnought out on turn 1. Turn 2, I played I don't think I played anything turn 2. And then turn 3, I got out Peace Walker Colossus. And then you could see, the opponent, he perked up a little bit. And, you could get a couple other opponents that were like, oh, that's so gross.
Yeah.
And then he couldn't answer it. He had he played like a little menace dude.
Right.
And...
So he's got one turn of blocks.
Yeah, one turn of blocks. And so I'm just like, next turn, it's like animate, swing. He chumps, obviously.
Sure.
And then it was like, he played something, I removed it, and then... turn 5 swing, turn 6 swing, turn 7 just dead.
Right.
And in limited, that's a really, really quick game.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like, all right. Yeah. But then the next game I get mana screwed.
I can't believe it.
I know, man.
That's insane.
Yeah. Yeah, round two we have a very quick game. Mm-hmm. I just own him round 1. Or game 1. Yeah. And then go to game 2, he gets me. It's close, but he gets me. Uh-huh. And then game 3, I'm all down to 6. And then it was like I had 2 white in my hand and 2 spells that were red, but I was like, I can't go down to 5.
No way.
And I never got my red mana. I was able to play like a Heart of Kirin, and then it sat there for a while.
Which is what happens with vehicle strategy sometimes.
Yeah. And then, he ended up getting me, and he had a really good deck. What he did was he put a lot of his strategy was pump, and so it was a green. I think it was a green-white deck, and he would play like this tiger with like trample,
right? And
then it was like when it enters, you get 2 energy. You can pay an energy. And it gets +2/+0 until end of turn, and then he would buff that and give that like +3/+3 until end of turn, and then he would have other buffs. And he got through with like a Voltron kind of strategy, just like put it all into one guy, and he ended up getting me.
So with the Aether Revolt, this was your first time drafting it.
Yeah.
What are your takeaways? What's good about the set? What's bad about the set? What will you think about when you go into your next draft?
I mean, I love the deck that I got to draft. Yeah. This deck was amazing.
Right.
It's great, and check it out.
That you really love.
Yeah. Because it would have gone all the way, and you could see other opponents and players. They were just like, "Dude, this deck is nuts," and it's so on theme. Right. It's like I picked a theme deck, and it's like a red-white dwarf vehicle deck that has Peace Walker Colossus and Consulate Dreadnought.
Maybe you could buy it off the shelf from Wizards.
Yeah, and it's just
in
like
the exact form that you drafted.
And it's like a humble deck. It's with the exception of Heart of Kirin.
It's limited. You're gonna see humble decks.
Yeah, but it was it was great.
What he was gonna say was look down in the description. Deck list for his draft will be down there.
Yeah, you can look at the deck. It's pretty fun. In the future, what I'm gonna do is I saw a lot of last pick artifact removal. I had a last pick Fragmentize. Someone passed me Fragmentize.
That seems so...
Isn't that crazy? Yeah.
Crazy to me with this set. Just
because
from what
in
I've
this
seen.
set,
Maybe they know something I don't.
No, but if you think about it, a lot of the rares in this set are artifacts. A lot of the major players in this set are artifacts.
Yeah.
1 white...
Even partially, like artifact so-and-so.
Right, and one white to destroy an artifact or enchantment with converted mana cost 4 or less.
Right.
That in this that's as good as like a Path to Exile.
Right.
It's just like 1 white, kill this.
Right.
It's sorcery speed, but that's good.
Yeah.
Another card that I'm going to look out for in the future is Destructive Tampering. This card's excellent. It's 1 red, 2 other for sorcery. Choose 1. Destroy target artifact or creatures without flying can't block this turn.
Yeah, it's a pretty good sorcery.
This end of the game when you have a board state.
Yeah.
Where it's like everything's clumped up.
Yeah, huge.
Yeah.
Keep their walls from blocking. Keep any of their little 1/1 not Thopters, but servos from blocking.
Any of that.
Yeah.
Or destroy target artifact, which again
huge.
is as good.
Now
as
it just does it straight up, right?
Yeah,
straight up.
Yeah, Metalwork Colossus dead.
Yeah, boom.
Any Gear Hulk dead.
Right.
It's huge. So these are spells that we need to think about. We need to think. This is an artifact-based set. Your artifact removal is huge. Mm-hmm. It's good, and then save your Thopter Arrest. Save your target creature fights whatever target creature for the thing that isn't an artifact.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I would say. A little tidbit of info that I would go moving forward.
For sure.
Yeah.
So those are the first impressions on Limited in Aether Revolt, at least from our side. We're going to be doing some drafts, some seals in the next weeks coming up, so look out for those.
Yep, check them out.
Okay, guys, so finance updates for this week.
Card specking.
Yeah, a little bit of specs.
Little card speckage.
Put some specs on.
Little spectacles.
So a card that I've been messing around with a lot and texting him just a bunch of different deck lists for right now is Sram Senior Edificer. I call him...
Get hyped.
I call him Senior.
This card is...
Get
great.
hyped. Sram is coming, dude, and he's affecting all the major formats.
Well,
we think.
Couple different formats, yeah.
Not Legacy, I guess.
Not Legacy. Of course
Sram's not going to Legacy.
No, Fatal Push is, but we're not talking about Fatal Push because everyone's already talking about Fatal Push.
Right.
We're here to talk about Sram Senior Edificer.
Senior!
And that's the main thing that we're talking about, Sram.
Right.
Is Sram is an engine in and of himself.
Yeah.
Right now, the foil is at...
$5.
$5.
It's a $5 foil right now. What you have to think about, though, right now is that Aether Revolt just was released.
It's
the market
new.
is
Yesterday.
going to be flooded. Standard hasn't figured itself out. I was just reading an article that one of the Pro Tour guys posted, and he said in the article, this is one of the most volatile standards I've ever seen. Because normally when a new set comes out, you just take your standard deck that you've got, add a couple things into it, replace with some strictly betters, or maybe streamline it a little bit, and that's it. But he said when this set came out, he thinks it's going to completely flop the whole meta.
And it should. And thank God it
right.
will.
Yeah, I love that. It makes a set viable. You should go buy some of this set.
And on top of that, we just had a all the major bands: Smuggler's Copter, Reflector Mage.
Oh yeah,
Emrakul.
Those three, that kills like 3 of the major decks.
Yep.
That's insane.
Yep.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. I would say spec into Sram. He's at $5 foil right now. We'll see if he goes up. We'll absolutely keep you
The promo
updated.
is hanging out around 10. So
get your hands on that if you can.
Here's another reason that you need to think about SRAM, and we'll do it really briefly.
Modern.
People are talking about a fringe deck that originally ran Pure Steel Paladin.
Lots of equipment.
And it played a bunch of zero-cost equipment. Your Cathar Shield, your Quarter Shield, your Bone Saw. And what the deck does is it plays Pure Steel Paladin, you play equipment, you draw cards, and then you try to storm out, essentially.
Right, so it gives another engine for that.
It essentially makes it to where you're playing 8 of this card now.
Right, and it gives you another body to attach that stuff to if your storm doesn't go off.
Right, and in theory, I mean, with the deck, when you have 8 of a card, it kind of reminds me of Boggles, because in Boggles, you're really trying to get that one hexproof guy, and you have 8 copies of it in the deck. And so, with this strategy, I think we will see a deck start to pop up that has SRAM and Pure Steel Paladin, and
with the whole goal being, play one of those guys, dump a bunch of equipment, recall them with retract, dump it all again, and then grape shot to the face for a ton.
For whatever it's going to be.
Right.
That's the only thing to me that's not attractive about the deck, is trying to keep track of how many spells I've cast. And
you also need to invest in a notepad and a pen to play this deck
just have it there with you. But the deck looks great. 8 cards means the deck is viable. You have 8 cards in the deck that you're trying to...
Your strategy's going to happen.
Yeah, you're
not
get
relying on
there.
luck at all, really.
Yeah. Whereas, the other deck had to aggressively mulligan for Pure Steel Paladin. Now it's going to be a lot easier to make sure that you're able to turn that strategy on. And I think we will see this in Modern. So, again, spec into SRAM. I think he's really good, and people have talked about him in Standard for Blue-White Reservoir. We're talking about him now in our vehicle aura build.
Auras,
And I think...
no good equipment. There are no... when I was trying to build this deck, there's no equipment that got me excited at all. Even looking all the way back to Eldritch and all of that, nothing got me excited.
I think maybe we'll see a cool equipment come out in the next set.
I would hope so, because he does say aura, vehicle,
and enchantment.
Or equipment.
Equipment.
Aura, vehicle, equipment.
Yeah.
And honestly, there's not really any playable equipment in Standard right now.
Nope. But there is in Modern.
So maybe he even has future value for a different deck that we can't even see yet, because We could see a lot of equipment. What's the next one? It's Egyptian themed, right?
Yeah.
So, seems like weapons would be a thing, right?
I would imagine.
Yeah.
I'd imagine they'd be a thing.
Maybe some necklaces?
I think this card is, it's very, very low, and I think it's very, very powerful.
Yep.
All right, let's move on from SRAM.
Okay, SRAM, Senor, go take a siesta.
Yes.
Let's talk about Aether Harvester.
All right, this card is great. Right now, the foil is hanging out at around 9 to 12.
Nice.
It's down a little bit from where it was, but it's at about where it was, which is still good for the set is being opened in mass right now.
Right.
So a lot of people
buying a box.
A lot of people are buying a box. We're gonna, in a upcoming episode, we're gonna be opening a box. But Aether Harvester, I think we need to get our hands on it now.
It looks good.
It's good.
We're not going to know really if it's going to play in the standard for a couple of weeks.
I think it will.
But it looks, on the surface, it looks good. It's like Baral. On the surface, it looks good.
Yeah, and here's the thing. People are going to notice that you can fetch it with Trophy Mage. Really, really brief moment about Trophy Mage. I got mine for 99 cents. Trophy Mage is now a $5 foil.
Nice.
I mean, it's a great card.
Yeah.
It fetches something for $3. There's a lot of things you can fetch for $3.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, Aether Harvester is great because yes, he does get. You can fetch it with Trophy Mage. It crews for 1, so you're going to be able to crew it with Trophy Mage.
Right.
And on the surface, here's the thing: it's a 3/5 flyer for 3 that you can crew for 1. I already love that.
That's already and has a little bit of a. Oh yeah, do you want lifelink?
Oh, and here's lifelink.
Right. You get it once for free.
You get when it enters, you get 2 energy.
Right.
And you could use this ability twice.
Right, exactly.
So this is going to be a great card in a control build. I also think it has a home in aggro. And now that Smuggler's Copter is banned, people are going to be looking for an equipment. Heart of Kirin is legendary.
Right.
It's harder to crew.
Right.
Yes, it is Vigilance and Flying.
3, I believe.
It's a crew of 3.
Yeah.
Which is tough.
Yeah.
This crews for 1. I almost like Untethered Express more than Heart of Kirin. That's not true. But no.
You heard it here first.
No, it's not real.
Untethered Express better than Heart of Kirin.
No. But it is.
Look out for Aether Harvester, though.
But yeah, look
Jake
out for
really
Aether Harvester. I think that.
We'll see. In a couple of weeks, Jake is
we're
either
going to
be sitting here going, I told you so, or I can't believe Untethered Express.
Here's the thing. It's out of range of a lot of the burn in the format. You have to trigger the fatal push trigger in order to kill it with fatal push.
Right.
You have to get the revolt off.
Yeah.
This does die to fragmentize. It does die to all the artifact hate.
Sure.
But anything dies to something in Magic.
It's gonna die.
So it will die, but it will absolutely eat whatever removal they have.
I think the point that it's out of range of the untriggered fatal push is a good point. Because
and the burn.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I mean, what is it? Shock is the best thing right now. People are going to be running shock. I've seen it start.
People are going to run shock. There's other spells that can burn for more, but I mean,
there's the Madness 3 damage, Madness Lightning Bolt.
Yeah,
and that's
Fiery Temper.
Yeah, that's really all I can think of.
Yeah, but I think it's a great card. You need to look out for it.
Right.
Pick up the foil. Well,
9 to 12
it's
right
at
now.
I've seen it for as low as 8 as well.
Yeah.
I think now's the time to get it.
It could get up to a $20 foil if it starts showing up in these standard decks.
And I think it will.
Yeah.
I mean, Smuggler's Copter was a $20 foil. It's not nearly as good as Smuggler's Copter, but in some ways it is more versatile than Smuggler's Copter.
Yeah.
But yeah, check it out. Check it out.
So that's our episode for this week, everybody.
You heard about my draft deck.
Yep. You heard about our new specs.
We talked about some specs.
Look at Senor. Look at the Harvester.
He's a senior edificer.
He's a senior
He's
edificer.
a senior edificer.
Senior
He's probably the
edificer.
best in the shop.
Hey.
He is not a senior.
We're going to end this episode like we end every episode and crack some packs. What'd you bring for us this week?
Well, I have a box.
Spoiler alert. We're opening a box of Aether Revolt in the next episode.
But I don't have any
packs for us to open this week?
I bought the box earlier.
All right. Well, I guess we're going to go get some packs.
I mean, I don't hate it.
All right. Come along, everybody. We're going to go buy some packs.
Ryan Oaks. We glowed up. We glowed up. We glowed up. Oh man, look this guy. We all done glowed up. Pulled up, tell him pull the curtain. Roll 2, no 3. Got a fifth of bourbon. Got 4 and bitches that shepherd German. That I want the brain from. I need to learn. And they told us all that we'd end up broke. We sucked it up and we did the most. Now we taking over. We want the globe. So it's to the west to go take the coast. Everyone got shit to say. I tell them grow up. When they try to bring us down, we only go up. We tell them that we in their city. Everybody shows up. We are the glowed up.
Alright, so we're here, we got some packs. We got a couple Aether Revolts. We got one Eternal Masters. We're gonna open them right here. I'm gonna do this one last.
Whip and I get to swerving. Spit legit, man, I'm sick for certain. I'll
fix the shit that your bitches hurting.
Y'all shit just isn't sick, get to work. And I speak in cursive, my words are slurring. Chasing cheese, man, I've been a vermin.
You got an Outland Boar.
But I ain't a surgeon, I'm your favorite rapper.
You got an Ironclad Revolutionary. Spire Patrol. Quick Smith Rebel. We're gonna see if I can do better in my Eternal pack.
My turn.
Alright, dude.
This one's gonna be good though. Alright, get all this crap. Get up a drugstore. Got the weapons rifle. First engineer. Inspiring statue.
What's so inspired?
Everyone got shit to say. Man, everyone got shit to say. They told us that we never make it. Now we looking back and we laugh in their faces.
We got a flank of 4. Beetleback Chief, your favorite card. Oh, Misrespector. That's pretty cool. And here we go. It is a void. Now we're at the 4. It is green. It is commune with the gods.
Foil common. So, we didn't get anything good this week.
We got terrible packs.
Not great packs. Happens. Make sure you check out Paper Heroes Games. They're in Sherman Oaks, California. There's our little business card. They're awesome. Go check them out. Guys, thanks for joining us again. We appreciate you. As always, like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on Twitter.
Or dislike us.
Oh yeah, dislike, comment, subscribe.
But then comment, subscribe.
Tell us why you dislike us, though.
Yeah, and it can't be Fatal Push. Because we're not talking about that card. We don't need to talk about it. It's just
going to
great.
make a splash.
It's just great. I hope we pull it next week
I read somebody call it the best removal ever.
Well, it is.
That's insane.
It is.
Well, as always, follow us on Twitter. We are at JakeJoelMTG. Lots of
we are magic.
If you want to follow his like daily, hourly price specs, that's where you go. When he specs something, he drops it on there, and I'm the one that's like, look at this cute picture of a cat catching a magic card. It's a cool GIF.
And I'm like, but I don't know what card that is or how to spec it.
Fluff content, actual content.
Well, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful balance.
Next week, we are going to
open a box.
Opening a box of Aether Revolt. Check it out. It's
happening. A box of Aether Revolt.
We're going to take some of those packs, however, and set them aside and do a little one-on-one sealed.
Ripping them up.
Yeah, we're going to burn them, and then, like, while they're burning, try and see which cards we're burning.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a treasure card.
I need to go out and get the flame retardant gloves.
Oh, yeah, please don't forget those.
Okay.
We're going to need those.
Yeah.
We're going to open a box. We're going to play a sealed 1v1. You can see who's better at the end of that. I think other than that, I'm tapped out. Are you tapped out?
I'm tapped out.
All right, guys. Catch you next week.
All right. Goodbye. Until